Well, that took a bit. Did I not already get that? Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much. If you ask me, are we going are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Dr. Lewis. Quarry incident. During my weekly report safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of redacted. The whole team was redacted, aligned and staring in a uniform direction, the city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained redacted for more than redacted minutes, until I had to resort to literally redacted afterwards. They were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. Refer to file 558 3096 for full report. Another hotline. Astral constructs. Certain resources loot can be constructed, crafted into mods forms. We advocate facilitate this a control points menus. This will only be available exclusive for the director. That seems like something that should be told earlier. Synchronicity and the unseen connections. Introduction. Synchronicity is a phenomena long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted for full report. How have I not been here? I reckon I have, because looks like I've seen that. Almost looks full again. And I don't need that one. There we go, my health recovery should be much better now. Yep. So I had been in there before because I'd seen that video, but I didn't pick any of that up. Why? Parapsychology. Pretty sure I just need to go down here somewhere. Don't think I've been down here yet. Nope. Song questionnaire. Auditory experience 84C. Poets of the Fall by Dark Disquiet. Answer questions within 2 minutes of listening. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear at your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what do they say? Do you hear them now? 6. Please choose one from each of the following pairs. 1 or 2. A or B. day or night, apple or orange, burn out or fade away. Let's push this. There's some big speakers. I thought there was going to be something here for me. Might be copyright music. Nothing here on any walls or anything saying what it is. It's lab 1. This hurts me, I think. No? I thought that hurt me. I can get down there then. Cool. Oh, there's a box up there. Got it. This looks like it was a bathroom. Why is there an elevator in a bathroom? Or in a toilet? How is my photo down here as well? Okay.
Area's under quarantine.
I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first.
Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Excuse me? Are you lost?
Underhill, checking in. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello, Raya. How is it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Settling back into life at the old FBC? I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's a star on the rise. Incredibly bright, extremely intuitive, but I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on a project together. Could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything besides the mold right now. You always were a woman of focus. I always admired that about you. Talk soon, Casper. Threshold Utility Counter Essay. Dr. Darling's recently penned essay titled Redacted contains some glaring omissions that I feel I must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay is that the quarry threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, while the mold is actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucratic definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the redacted creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose and structures, they could build the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strains of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into redacted. Yes, admittedly, this application is more difficult than picking up a rock and gluing it to a wall, but I pause to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for a challenge. Refer to File 235 1863 for full report. So what's new in multimedia? Poets of the Fall, My Dark Disquiet. Not listening to it because I reckon it's copyright. Mold threshold. I think that was one. So you want to know how my mold research is getting on, Casper. Here it is. Microscopic organisms similar in appearance to redacted construct the architecture of the mold. I do not understand if these redacted are the original disseminations of the mold or are bitten by some fungal infection. The mold is the most prolific and durable organism I have ever seen. I theorize that there is a mold source located somewhere on our side of the threshold, rooted here to accelerate growth in our dimension. I refer to this yet unknown source as Mold 1. The mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor functions. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold has adapted to our presence, targeting our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. A full report will be ready soon. Keep your slacks on.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Shouldn't you be in a safe room? Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit, where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Mission updated. Collect 5 mold samples for Dr. Underhill. Type A. Grows near fresh corpses. Type B. Grows near toilets. Type C. Grows near televisions. Type D. Grows near staircases. Type E. Grows near the pit. Bureau Research.
Have you worked at the FBC very long?
Not long enough to understand their inane methodology. They want me to solve the mold, but how is one to solve anything when the basic molecular structure of this fungus is an utter enigma?
Oh, sorry, are you asking me?
It's rhetorical. The Bureau wants to control, not comprehend. But to answer your question, I'm a seasoned threshold researcher that's been brought in on a provisional basis to resolve this matter.
That's all you had to say.
Mold.
What have you learned about the mold?
Firstly, the term mold is a gross oversimplification used only to ease communication. That said, the mold itself appears to be the product of complex microorganisms. They spin the mold, building structures like minuscule cities, swiftly colonizing our dimension, and the speed of these tiny engineers relative to their size is simply staggering.
So it grows fast.
If you're not going to listen, then why did you ask?
Thresholds?
So the mold is coming in from... where?
We don't have a name for the threshold dimension. The origin point has been identified, but the density of the fungus makes it impossible to enter. Even if we could, I speculate that we would only find a reality entirely subsumed by the fungus. Total decomposition.
It's weird how excited she is, right?
A little bit. Hiss.
What do you know about the hiss?
How could I know anything about an entity I've only just learned of? This is exactly the Bureau's problem. My work is always interrupted by these superfluous matters.
Calm down. Just keep your HRA on and I'm sure you'll be fine.
This crude thing. I thought it was Darling's idea of a practical joke.
Not quite. Just keep your head down while I handle the hiss.
There we go.
I need to get going.
Try not to transport any spores outside the infected areas.
I
Back
hate
to
guard
it, then.
duty down here.
So, near the toilets. Is that a leg and an arm in the toilet? I don't see any interactables here other than the lift, which I can't even interact with. Okay.
My family had black mold once. Bleached it. Has Underhill tried bleach?
May as well open it.
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry.
Oops.
I wonder how this mold tastes.
Whoa. Pink Flamingo Supplement. Pink Flamingo. AI 46KE. Background. Agents noticed a transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters would carry the item and loudly claim to be responsible for the lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the personnel interest of Dr. Darling. In interviews disguised as casual conversations, the transient reported that the item gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. An event of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. See file PIAI 1372 for a detailed observation. Dr. Darling reported a wait of redacted seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day, and after redacted, he was found to possess no redacted and was released. The item remains in Bureau custody under suspicion of altered status, though this still has not been proven. All known variations of identification formulas have failed to elicit a response from the item. What was there? More stuff in the loadout. I need to climb back up. So falling was the only way to get into there.
Are those people?
Whoa. Ouch.